We're Nigerian for thank you for tuning in. It is a Monday. You're off to work. You've dropped the kids off at school. You're going to mind your business. Do have a great day doing so. Today we'll have one of the biggest conversations. It's been trending for 3 days back to back on socials. What is the matter? First of all, we're mourning and we want to send our condolences to the Nigerian Armed Forces. On Friday night, we heard that there was a plane crash involving the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Attahiru Ibrahim, and 10 others. They were returning from Abuja to Kaduna, somewhere around the Kaduna International Airport. It was bad weather, you know, and while landing, the plane burst into flames. It was very shocking, you know. Some people have said, well, you know, other people have died. We know that other people have died. We acknowledge. Doesn't make them less Nigerians or less human. But this is a senior officer in the armed forces. And Nigeria is grappling with security challenges, you know. So on Saturday morning, they announced, or late Friday, they announced that there would be a burial. Some of the bodies will be taken to the mosque, the National Mosque in Abuja, and others to, I think, the Ecumenical Center, the church, you know, for those who are Christian, and that they will be buried the next day in the afternoon. Many Nigerians were hoping, or just maybe they just believed that, you know, since he was such a top officer, the president will be there, and the vice president also, President Muhammad Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. But I was watching the funeral. I watched from the mosque where the imam threw a shade at those going abroad to seek medical care. I watched that, and then he moved to the military cemetery where they were to be buried. There, I saw, one of the first people I saw was Lai Mohammed, Federal Commissioner, Minister of Information and Communications. He was there, Culture, he was there. And then I heard the announcers say Nasir El-Rufai was represented. And after a while, Nasir El-Rufai came, Senate President Amin Lawan came, the House of Reps Speaker came, and other lawmakers. And then we're waiting. So for many Nigerians, it came as a shock that the president and the vice were not there. There were other service chiefs, present and past, you know, other, you know, notable Nigerians were there as well. It was jam-packed, you know. And then there was a conversation on Twitter yesterday, someone trying to explain how it could have been as a result of security threats, that they might have been, that in fact, someone said security threats. I think it was the same person or so that said, oh, then again, it was short notice. And I asked, what part was short notice? It was an accident. Nobody plans for an accident. And this one took 10 lives of the Chief of Army Staff and others. And it was too short a notice. I don't understand. And then again, the conversation went on. You know, people were saying it just shows that the president and the nation does not hold to value the work, the labor of our heroes. And that's the conversation we'll be having this morning. For some strange reason, yes, on Wiki was, in fact, it was Wiki that was trending. And I checked to see what was happening. So, oh my goodness. The Premium Times newspaper had posted something. Wiki holds political rally while Nigeria mourns late military chiefs, others. And people were asking, is President Wiki, no, is Wiki the president we voted for? That was how it was, you know, it was responded to on social media. But some people said, well, there's a national mood of mourning. How is it that anyone is holding a rally? That's on one side. You know, on the other side, a photo emerged that some governors were at, was it Malami's son's wedding? So that's how the political leaders spread themselves out over the weekend. Nobody planned for anyone to die, but some people would have said that since there was such an emergency, everything could have been put on hold just to attend the burial for a few hours, and then we can, you know, continue our lives. But Achike Chude, public affairs analyst, is joining me via the phone this morning. He's in Lagos. Good morning, Achike. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, good morning, Enoh.
All right. So on Friday, we received with shock the passing, the deaths, the plane crash of conveying the Chief of Army Staff and others. Saturday was the burial, and were you able to watch the burial proceedings?
I followed.
Okay, so were you expecting to see the president and the vice president?
It was more like a duty. It was more like an obligation for the president and the vice president to be there. And if one was not there, the other was expected to be there. It was not a matter of preference. It was a matter of state duty. This is the chief of army staff that was appointed by the president not too long ago. This is somebody that died in the course of service to the nation. He did not die in a civilian aircraft, a commercial aircraft. He died on military duty with other members of the country's armed forces. You know, so and so it was a shock. It was more than a shock that neither the president nor the vice president deemed it important enough to pay their last respect to a person who had given his life for the country. I mean, I'm short of words. It's like a betrayal. It's a disappointment. And I don't know how else to look at it.
Well, some people have argued, Achike, that Lai Mohammed was there. He represented the president. Other, leaders were there. Senate leader was there. That that should have sort of sufficed. Do you agree with them?
Well, why are people talking about it? Why is it an issue? Why are we talking about it even on this program? Because there is, a belief, a general belief that the presidency or that the president or the vice president, their absence, is a letdown. In fact, their absence speaks louder than even the presence of the people who were there, the people you have just mentioned. So regardless of the presence of those people, there was still a vacuum. And that vacuum would have been filled by the presence of the president, or if he wasn't going to be there, the vice president. That shows the level of seriousness. That shows how important and how tragic the unfortunate death, via plane crash of these gallant military officers, is to the country.
All right, Chike, some people have also said that perhaps it was due to a security threat. You can't have the first citizen and the second citizen at such an event at such a short notice. They needed security to sweep the area. How would you respond to that? And hold on. And if there really was a threat, did you think that staying away was the way to go?
No, you see, that is a very terrible excuse for anybody to give. It's not tenable, because that speaks to the problems that we have in this country, and it's a very tragic commentary, and says a lot about the state of affairs in this country, says a lot about the abilities or inabilities of the political leadership of this country. It says a lot about the level of governance and the kind of governance that we have in this country under the stewardship of the president. Why am I saying so? Look, it is at such moments that the president, that the government of the day makes a loud statement about the level of security or insecurity in the country by not giving the...
Oh dear. We'll get back to Achike Chude on the phone. Some people have also said that this is not the first time that we've had such a tragic loss. I mean, this might be the first for the Chief of Army Staff, but losses like this, they referenced some time ago, something happened. Some political leader was holding a rally. Some president was at a rally somewhere, and these kinds of things have happened before. And then the issue of the governors who were at a wedding, and our governor who was holding a PDP rally in Port Harcourt. For you as a citizen, does this speak to you about how we value lives and how the political leaders treat the citizens, how they see the issues that affect the citizens of the country? Feel free to join the conversation. 08179230002. We're trying to get across to Achike today. 08179230003. 08179230009. Or maybe for you, the dead is gone. We will honor them, but we don't have to shut down everything just for that day to, bid them farewell. Let's talk. We're Nigerian for good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, the one young got power calling from Akabechi.
All right.
Let's call a spade a spade. The president's supposed to have been there, or the vice. For them not to be there, it sends signal as if they don't care for the citizens. He appointed him, and he had died prematurely in the service, just 6 months or 5 thereabouts.
All right, call again if you can, or if you're on Twitter, we're at Nigeria Info PH, on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, on WhatsApp 08090306416. Is this something of concern to you, or is just much ado about nothing? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. We get to Facebook, where Adindu Oji believes that the fact is politicians don't value security men at all levels. We have Emmanuel there saying the president was supposed to be there and not to send delegates. Felix James saying, honestly, left with me, if I'm the chief of staff to Mr. President, I will not allow him to attend this funeral, given all the theories surrounding the death of the man. But again, the man did not die in Abuja. He didn't die by Aso Rock. He died on a plane crash. Finehas Clever Ilire says what goes around always comes around. I'm not sure in what context that is, though. We're on Twitter at Nigerian 4PH, on WhatsApp 08090306416. The talk about President and the Vice President not attending the funeral of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General. They didn't need to be there this morning. So if you're on Facebook, we're at Nigeria Info PH. Let's get your comments on this matter. And by the way, this is not the first time that we're seeing a military plane crash. We've had about 3 in the last must be 5 months now, or 4 months now, and every time we hear the Accident Investigation Bureau is going to look into it. We've not heard any results yet. There was a report of a certain helicopter missing a few weeks ago. Initially they denied, then they said they were going to investigate, but nothing has come out of all of the investigations. And this particular one, does it also mean that we should, the country should beam its searchlight on the airlines that they have, or the copters or the planes that they have, conveying men of the armed forces who are at the battlefield fighting insurgents and those threatening the sovereignty of Nigeria? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. We'll try to get Achike Chude back on the phone, and he will share his thoughts with us on this matter.
As the clocks were striking midnight and Nigeria was on the threshold.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. 001-8162 and let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIR. Attahiru. Alex Owuru says, "Hello, good morning. I'd like to say Mr. President was present. The Minister of Defense represented him, and that's obtainable. We shouldn't be dissipating energy over nothing." Emmanuel replies him, says, "The President was supposed to be there and not to send delegates." King Obi thinks that, how does it concern Nigerians? Commissioner VDJ Sami says, "The truth is the President cares not about this country, all man for himself." Felix Eshet says, "I don't think we have a president in this country. Most of the promised change that are effective and that have left untold hardship on Nigerians today, the president is not even aware. Probably he was not informed." Annie Brown says, "That's unpatriotic on their side. It does not portray well for the sacrifice he gave." That's talking about General Attahiru for the nation. He deserves better honor than that. R.I.P. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. Okay, we're trying to get back to WhatsApp. If you sent a message, just give us a few minutes. We'll get it on up and running. Okay, there are more messages on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. Let's see. Henro Orike Ifeanyi, is wrong for both of them not to attend. 2 times in a man's life that matters, when you're born and when you die. I see no love from the government to the deceased family. Etumi Bari, "It's disappointing, disheartening, and discouraging, indicating and reaffirming my quote that Nigeria is not worth dying for." Okay, and that's another matter. Duo Abasi, "Must the president attend? No. Is that in the constitution again as part of duties the president should hold in trust?" Aha. Romeo Silvano says it's COVID issues. Savior Udo, "Something is wrong. A failed government. APC, a failed party that is dead and buried." Rhyme Strangler Sydney Ufomadu, "Good morning. If the burial ceremony was held in Paris or London, the president would have been there. Trust me." Thango Datwegu, "If it were to attend a meeting outside Nigeria, Mr. President will attend without sending any representative. Very unfortunate." Lucky Kabari, "The president is expected to be there despite anything. It's not fair that the chief of army staff died accidentally and on the day of his burial, the president was not there. It is very suspicious." Dozie Azubike, "The president not attending is not the problem of this country." Emmanuel again, "If Buhari is scared of leaving Aso Rock to perform his presidential duties, then we have a problem in this country. It means I'm not safe as well." A commercial has to play now, and then we'll reconnect with Achike, Chude, hopefully, and then we'll take your thoughts on this matter. We're Nigerian for Port Harcourt. Stay tuned. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. and let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FI. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8117 001 8162 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 001-8162, and connect you to your... What is the first working day after the accident that took the lives of 10 officers and the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru? The burial was on Saturday at the Armed Forces Cemetery in Abuja. Services were held at the National Mosque and the Community Center in Abuja as well, but the president did not attend, neither the vice president. Someone had said that perhaps they should have maybe used social media, called in to just speak if they couldn't be there in person, and perhaps there was no setup for virtual attendance. But let's hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think that Nigerians are just, venting for nothing? Do you think that the president's action can be excused? And then again, how would that also reflect on, those who are at the forefront, who are fighting the war against terror? Because despite what happened on Saturday, on Friday night rather, people were still fighting. We still had armed forces, fighting bandits and, terrorists and criminals. Ezekiel Isaiah on WhatsApp says the body language of PNB is not an encouraging one. Not being present at the burial of a whole serving Chief of Army Staff that took place in Abuja is very bad. Basil says, Basil, I will not read your message. Wasn't the first time. Buhari said he was buried. He wasn't there. His Chief of Staff was buried. He wasn't there. So I'm not surprised at all. But there was COVID restrictions at that time. And, they were supposed to just have the immediate family members at that time. Bob says if the absence of the vice president or his vice was about security threat, does it mean Lai Mohammed, Senate President, and others who attended the burial are immune to insecurity? Or are they more protected than the president? 08179230002. You want to call in? Let's hear your thoughts. Good morning. Hello? Okay, must be the network. Call again if you can. The people guilt-tripping those who were apathetic to the deaths of the Chief of Army Staff can't call out Buhari for not attending the funeral. CJ from Ruma Holu. Well, like I said, we know that other people have died due to insecurity, lapses on the side of the government and other things, but this is a senior serving officer, the service chief. Vivian Ovoro says, good morning, Enoh. It means everything, but to me, it's just a pity. My heart goes out to the family. The president's absence at the funeral of the Chief of Army Staff and 10 others was very unfortunate. He should have been there, considering the pulse of the nation. His presence would have been a soothing balm and an energizer for lifting. When it comes to foreign trips, the president will go swiftly and not send a representative or attend virtually. But when it comes to national issues, he either sends a representative or virtual attendance. Does he really exist? Yes, he does. Patrick is in Elekaya. Good morning, Patrick.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my take on this topic. Let's ask, I'm not surprised. I think in Katsina, some students were kidnapped while the president was in Katsina there. He did not even go see the scene of the earth or pay any visit to anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
One Air Force aircraft also crashed not too long ago. There was so why are people surprised? As far as I'm concerned, when last did the president held the press conference? During Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, and Jonathan, we used to have media chat. When last did this president have media chat to people? When did the journalist interview him face to face? When did he come out? Apart from traveling from here to London or to France or wherever, from matter of them just fly. When did he have direct contact with citizens or with journalists or with God? So as far as I'm concerned, we are being ruled by proxy. And the truth will come out some one day. Because you can't tell me, this is in Abuja. That burial ground is not far from Master Rock. So what are we talking about? It's not strange. I remember before 2019 election, when Ogbevire Data said we went for campaign. I remember he handed the flag to Ogbevire and said this is our presidential candidate. They corrected it, said this is our senatorial candidate. It tells you the kind of person, the mentality, the brain set of that person there. Let's call a spade a spade. This country is being ruled by proxy. That's why you hear presidency. During Obasanjo, we're not hearing presidency. We're not hearing the presidency said. When Yar'Adua takes it, even when Yar'Adua was sick, we're not hearing presidency. The presidency made a sort of statement.
Thank you, Patrick, for calling. Sorry, that just happened. Even if you say that the country's been run by proxy, the proxies, why didn't they tell him to attend? He was in the country. He is in the country. Odima says, I'm not surprised about the president. Since 2015, he's always been an absentee president. He's not seen anywhere around. If the burial had been in London, I assure you he would have been there. The president does not care about anyone in Nigeria, only himself. It's totally wrong and unacceptable for the chief of army staff to die in active service in a plane crash and the president nor his vice not attend the funeral and rather send delegates to represent them. Also giving reasons of insecurity is another failure on their part because they did not value the lives of those they sent as delegates to. Caribou sent that in. 0817-923-0002. The British from Eneka. This is a gross act of negligence and indescribable responsibility on the part of the president and his vice. Maybe true, this isn't the first time a crash of this magnitude is occurring, but this is peculiar because it involved the man who was in charge of protecting the entire country against external forces. He deserves some respect even in deaths. The Oga at the top and his vice, if there's any, flopped big time. This is shameful, deeply shameful. It shows how callous and heartless our leaders are. For the president to avoid the obsequies of the chief of army staff epitomizes the aloofness and thoughtlessness of these leaders. Pontifex Maximus from Elelewa. We should tell ourselves the truth. Does it mean our president is afraid? It means they're telling us they're not capable, not ready to rule this country. Someone who died in the line of duty was not honored by his employer. It's a shame. It shows how we value lives. Okay, well, Ogochukwu writing an episode. I'll read it this morning. PMB is just like a deity that was elected into a political office. His aides have become his chief priests. A deity does not come to you, rather you go to the deity for consultation. Whatever he speaks, we can only know that he's spoken through his chief priests. That is Chief Priest Garuba Shehu and Chief Priest Femi Adeshino. He, just like other deities, are not under any obligation to speak to us. As a matter of fact, it is usually considered a rare privilege when he decides to speak to us. I foresaw this prior to 2015 that we're electing an oracle. He has made governance so simple. He has created the impression that you can delegate a responsibility as an elected political office holder and travel to planet Pluto to come back after 8 years and be excused. If not for him, I would not have known that it is even possible to govern by proxy. To further worsen the situation, there's always these group of speakers that are there to defend this madness called style of leadership. Bright is calling from on air. Bright, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Yeah, I am not surprised because this is not the first time. I know it will not be the last time that the chief of army staff with his aides and the senior officers died. President was not there. Vice was not there. Even that Saturday or Friday, most of the secretary, they were at wedding ceremony, dance.
Right. The network has come between us, so we go back to WhatsApp. Was it Governor Wike that appointed the Chief of Army Staff that people are blaming him for holding a rally when the nation is mourning the deaths of the Chief of Army Staff? They should blame Mr. President for not attending the burial. But Mr. President was busy attending meetings outside Nigeria. The one that concerns him here in Nigeria, he will not attend. Very unfortunate. Thank God sent that in. Philip in Port Harcourt. The President was represented by the Defense Minister, Magashi. No one said Lai Mohammed represented the President. I just said he was there because I saw him there. Again, there is no law that mandates that he must be there, not the armed forces, not the constitution. Jonathan did attend Yeradua's burial. So this is a narrative that, has been going on since yesterday. But at the same time, Philip, Yeradua did not die in a plane crash in Nigeria, in Kaduna State, next door, and his body was sent in the next day for burial, according to Islamic rites, So that's different. There was a lot of secrecy, was he dead? Was he alive? It was just nasty at that time. Anyway, he says Major Urang died in March, commander of 123 SF Battalion. Attahiru wasn't there. Neither did he send a representative. Conversely, Abu Ali, the commander of 273 Battalion, died in battle. Lieutenant General Buratai, then Chief of Army Staff, was there at the burial. Atta is asking, was it not the same military Buhari used to kill innocent protesters at the Lekki toll gate? They have now seen that their lives do not even matter to the president. Buhari-led administration is the worst Nigeria's ever seen. Shame, shame, shame. I see no reason why the president will not be there. He was the one who appointed him. Sending someone to represent him is not a good one. I'm so disappointed. Ndu from Oyibo. Sweet Tony in Port Harcourt. Enoh, good morning. May the soul of the army chief and those that lost their lives in the plane crash rest in peace. President is not interested in any life of Nigerians. That's why he refused to attend their burial. Let the defense headquarters employ foreign aircraft engineers to be taking care of the military aircraft to avoid another crash. Paul Ayinuola, a president who couldn't attend the burial rather, of his own appointed Chief of Army Staff, then I think they don't value human lives. No wonder the country is in this big shape. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. Let's see. Let me read this. Death of Chief of Army Staff is very unfortunate, but the President and Vice President need not endanger their lives while observing the 48-hour security protocol. Are the citizens not aware that such scenario made Jonathan not to attend his... No, it's not the same, please. It's not the same. It's not the same. Leave Jonathan and Yar'Adua out of this. It is not just the same. As a commissary move, Mr. President has called the wife of those... Did you listen to this? Listen to what I read at 8. President Buhari has spoken to Fati, the wife of the late Chief of Army Staff, and the spouse of other victims. So the statement says, speaking to Fati and through her, the other late officer's spouses. If you understand, you'd understand what I just read. But he says, some bitter politicians who applauded Chadian president for being at war, the war front with terrorists, refused going for his burial when killed by same bandits, not raising up their voices to inform others of the ugly developments. Why do most Nigerians politicize sensitive issues? They will be the first to blame Mr. President in the case of any eventuality. Let's always look before we leap. Okay? For Mr. President to attend any public gathering of such magnitude, it will require at least 48 hours for security reasons. We shouldn't politicize his absence during the burial of the Chief of Staff and others, please. A beautiful morning. For me, I felt the President or his vice should have been at the funeral. Considering the fact that I appointed them into office, I mean, talking about Chief of Army Staff and others, he's also the Grand Commander of the Armed Forces. I haven't heard that title in a long time, Timothy. Says the President or the Vice should have paid their last respect to the fallen heroes. There are no words. This is not an excuse. It's sad. It's inexcusable. What the military are fighting, what are the military fighting for? But then the military should take a cue from this and know that their loyalty is to Nigeria and not to anybody. They should not be in it for political gains. Tunde. Okay, do I read this? Been waiting for people to bring up religion. Very important. Most of those who died were Muslims, and that's true. There were, I think, 6 at the mosque. 10, yeah, there were 6, was it? Yeah, that means immediate burial. The burial was short notice, as people died on Friday. Do we know if the president was actually in Abuja? It was the weekend, I doubt. Says they have other ceremonies where people attend and pay respects and do other stuff. So there is a private jet. I know there's something called a private jet, presidential jet. So if it was a case of moving from wherever it was to Abuja, I think that shouldn't have been a problem, really. Soki Fubara said, if you take a deep look at how Nigeria is governed, you'll just feel sad. We like pretending about the way things are and make senseless excuses. Nigeria is poorly governed. If you like talk, nothing will happen. Nobody should bother killing themselves for a country that doesn't care. Frank says, this is a high level of insensitivity showed by the leaders. But what is even worse is the APC government attacking others for doing a political rally, yet said nothing about the action of the president and his aides. All this hypocrisy and politicking will lead us nowhere. It's a shame. And if the president had attended the burial, would it have reduced the high price of Gary? I wonder why we place priorities on irrelevant things. Elvis from Ada George. You know how they say it, when they carry a corpse passing your front yard, you would say, you know, it's a log. But when you are involved, it's a different kettle of fish. I know if the president was out of the town, the vice would have attended. Trust me, president, no try at all. President Buhari and his ESCO should have mounted their presence at the funeral service of the gone heroes. PMB not attending the Chief of Army Staff's burial is sad and not acceptable. Can we say his latest success in the fight is worrisome to some persons because he promised flushing out all terrorists soonest? Or is this a payback for the statement against the army when he complained of lack of weapons while he was commander fighting Boko Haram? All the hue and cry about the funeral of a highly placed Nigerian goes to show our level of hypocrisy. What about the deaths of others? Sonny, I've said it before, others have died before. It doesn't make them less important. But this is a senior serving officer, a service chief, and other officers who died in line of duty. Henry, General Muhammadu Buhari called his late Chief of Army Staff, General Ibrahim Attahiru, a hero, but Buhari did not attend his 30-minute funeral, which was just 15 miles from Aso Rock. Yet the same Buhari traveled 4,000 miles to Paris for 4 days. Even his deputy, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, did not attend, yet Osinbajo has traveled last week 2,500 miles to Kampala. At this rate, why will anyone want to die for Nigeria? Henry, the funeral wasn't 30 minutes actually, but at the point of laying them to rest, the president, maybe he could have just walked in if there was a security threat. I actually thought that place was the most guarded place in Nigeria on Saturday. That's what I thought, because I saw the crowd. If we had military personnel like that, what would it have cost if at the point of laying them to Mother Earth, you know, the president comes in, they do the salute, they do what they want to do, and he just leaves? Are we saying that Abuja is not safe by extension? We're not on info. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zion. Good morning to you.
Yeah,
I'm one individual that have critically considered Mr. President's actions in this country, and even to a point I even stood to say he should resign or impeached. But on this matter, President Muhammadu Buhari needs not to be there at the particular time and with that short notice. Besides, he's going to be an official presence, not a legend. This is an official movement. He can't be there. See, Mr. President's security detail is as long as from Rumola to Garrison. His details. And you expect such convoy to be in the burial. He's not going to officiate. He's not reading any obsecute or whatever. Just his presence. He deemed fit to send a delegate. He fits him to even call on Mr. Zion to represent him.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Zion. Ima is on NTA Road. That was the final call this morning. Ima,
Good morning.
Yeah.
I want to start by saying that was in 2019. There was one retired soldier from Rivers State here that was in your station, Nigerian for that day. And he said that any Nigerian army, any Nigerian soldier should know that he's been in the military, has removed his creation birthright. When I listened to that sharp statement, I felt so bad. And since this has happened, I will compare it to that. And so the losing their birthright has to do with that the nation does not regard them. And the president has demonstrated that. And the vice too. So what are people talking of? Military men in the country have lost their birthright. So they should face the consequences. Thank you.
Ima from NTA Road. This one says the president not attending the burial of the late Chief of Army Staff is not commendable. So there is a photo that's been sharing online about a plane crash. That was in 2018, all right, during an air show, and there was a mishap. I think it was in Kaduna as well. So please, don't share that. Don't share that. It's not true. It's not the same incident. Okay? And it was raining, by the way. So if you check the photo you're sharing, there's no rainfall. Final messages. Ejiofor Oyishi on Twitter. Our leaders don't have a conscience. There's no reason the commander-in-chief and his vice, including AGF Malami, should have been absent for that burial. I think Malami had an event. I think it was his son's wedding or something. I think there was a family event taking place that Saturday. It's clear nothing else is important to the president rather than traveling and borrowing. So sad. Itora Abasi Umo sent that in on Facebook. That serves them right. Nigeria. One Nigeria, and anybody that serves Nigeria will always come back home with disgrace. The Nigeria he claims to be protecting could not honor him in death. Benjamin Wakocha sent that in. And that's a wrap this morning. The country is in mourning. Flags will be flown at half-mast today, tomorrow, and Wednesday for the fallen heroes. May their souls rest in peace, and may God give the family the strength to bear this loss. Left Abuja, going to Kaduna, and the plane never arrived. We're Nigerian Info. My name is Enoh Ogbevire. That's a wrap on the Crossfire this morning. Commercial, and then we keep talking after the hour. Good morning.